Genial. Hello, everybody. So happy to be here today, sharing with you what has happened this week. It's related with growing up and Empower Hub experience. And so thank you for all of you, but especially two people. Well, first, Nieves. She's not here now, but we all know Nieves. She has been able to do this today. And another great person who has really pushed in order to be here today. And this is Mark Prensky. So please, Mark.
Hey, everybody. I am so happy to be here. I'm going to sit down in a minute and watch you in action. But before I do that, I just want to say hello. I have been here for a couple of days. I know each one of you by sight. I don't know everybody's name. In fact, I don't know anybody's name hardly. But if you come up and talk to me later, I get to know you. Because I want to know, I want to hear what you have to say. I want to see what you're all going to do with Miguel. And so, if it were my school, I'd bring up all of you very close right here on the stage and tell the adults, goes in the back, you can do this. But we are all going to be here, and we're all going to be listening to you. And we're all just so happy that you participated with us, because we couldn't do this without you, and we wouldn't want to do this without you. So that's all I have to say. Welcome. I look forward to seeing. Here you go, Miguel. Thank you, and thank you. Let's have a big thank you for Miguel.
Thank you so much, Mark. Yeah, and why are we here? Because this man wrote a book called Empowered. Oh, Nieves here. Big applause for Nieves. So Mark wrote a book called Empowered. And it has a very clear idea, no? And it's the same than for Design for Change. When we think about young people, we think that for the future. But it's very clear in his book, and we are very clear in our message. They are not the future. They are the present, and we need to listen to them. How? Giving them the opportunity to do something, not just to say. Okay? So we have created this experiment. For this week, we started on Monday. They didn't know what is going to happen. We didn't know what is going to happen. So thank you so much, Nieves, for allowing us to start a week without knowing what is going to happen. Yes, we knew that we have this meeting, but without knowing what is going to happen. We are used to have everything under control. But if we have everything under control, no magic. And magic is a key word. So we need to connect with ourselves. And going through the process, we ask them to think about not learning. And this is something that I take from this week. We are too focused on learning. No, we are going to be focused on growing up. Growing up and in a new era. Why? Because you have more possibilities than ever. And you have something that is crucial for you. This is like your part of your body, not mine. I still forget in a lot of ways. Okay, so Mark wrote a book with some ideas that can be important in order to growing up, but we wanted to ask you what for you is important in order to growing up. And this is what you are going to share with us. And it's curious because I work with them with the Design for Change methodology. Kieran, we put the Evolua, okay, it's not just fits, but I know you allowed to do this. So we start with connecting with the feeling, and we try to connect with what does it mean growing up. And for this, we did some activities, and we work on groups, and we finally identify one key element. It's curious because during the week, I told them, hey, this topic that you have chosen is the right unit as group. And then I realized that it was just what I need for this week. They have chosen emotion. This week has been a tough week with some extreme emotion in myself. And I was aware how important it is to share your emotion with others, not just to keep it for yourself. How important is to embrace and how to see that mistakes can help you, even failure. I have done some very, very big mistakes this week. But now I know that because these mistakes, I'm able to grow. And this is important. On how important is to know about yourself. And yeah, we need it, and I need it. Because otherwise, things that other people told me is going to affect me. But with your project, you show me how important it is like to know what I want to do and who is the person with which I want to connect. So I'm really happy to be here, and the ones you know me, I choose the t-shirt that I want to express. And this morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, I choose this one because I went from Madrid this morning. So 5 o'clock, it was like, which is going to be the message? And I choose this one. Life is fantastic. Even if sometimes there's hard moments. You have had very hard moments during this week because we asked you to work in a new way. We asked you to work without someone always with you. And this is not easy. But still, I hope it's a fantastic, life is fantastic. Okay, so now is going to be what is important. We are going to listen what they have to say as how to growing up. And something that is also important, this is only like the seed. This is the start moment from something that we will call the habit, the empowerment hub. Okay? It's something that we think we need as society. We need a space and people that want to give the opportunity to the young to do something in order to be a better world. Okay? So, as Gandhiji said, I forget just what. Be the change you want to see in the world. For sure. So now we are going to prepare. I'm going to tell you a little bit about how it's going to work, because we know when we do something right in live, what happens? Things are not like as we would like, but we are going to be like understanding. So there are going to be one group per group. They are going to go on the stage from these stairs, and then they are going to show us, they are going to present from here, okay? And then once you will end, what is going to happen? You will go there. I'm going to ask you not to ask questions during or after each project. If we have time at the end, yes, we will have some time in order to ask. Why? Because sometimes, first project, a lot of questions. Second one, less. Or we even don't have time for. Okay, so I'm going to ask you not to ask, but if you have something in mind, perfect. And at the end, we can ask if you have something to say. Okay? Perfect? So, the first group is going to tell us about self-education. So please, a big hug for them. Perfect.
Hi.
It's going to work once it will be needed. Okay? They are controlling. That's right. Do you start? No, she starts, no?
I start.
Perfect.
Hello, my name is Emma Minkina. And first of all, I would like to introduce the main ideas that we worked on. And it's to encourage ourselves to become more confident and don't depend on someone's opinion. To do what we want and self-study, to self-educate yourself. So we have created a platform here that will allow us to take a risk, to have a chance to take a risk, to try, to experiment, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. What's special about this platform? This platform will allow you to comment and communicate with people with who you share the same interests. So you will be able to listen to the stories of experts and etc.
And this platform can also be used in schools by following the challenges and steps that are given by the people who share their stories. So students can follow this and film their own videos and send them to their teachers. And they can do it however they want it and anywhere they want it. And they can learn from each other, helping each other, and they can learn from their mistakes, not being afraid of them.
Hello,
Well, don't worry. They know that you are going to speak, so they will change. Whoops! This is something
Can I use
that
this
happened. Okay.
Okay. Hello, hello everyone. I'm Geru, and I'm gonna introduce you to our website. The name of it is The Success Path of a Rabbit, or you can also call it Carrot. We start the website with a quote that can also be defined as our main idea, okay? And it's never miss an opportunity to learn the things you love. In here, in choose an option, you can choose what you are most interested in. So for example, you can choose tennis, architecture, medicine, etc. So, well, we have many options, but we are just gonna talk about two of them. The first one in English and the second one in Spanish. So let's start. You can see many videos, okay? And all of these videos are separated in two parts. The first one is the story behind an expert and how did they manage to do what they wanted. And the second one is the steps they took when they started. So we start with the first one, the bibliography, which can help you to understand like that you are not the only one here, so you are not the only one, and so be free to make mistakes because everyone begins this way, even experts. Don't be afraid to try and always believe that if they can do it, you can also do it.
Hi, I've been playing tennis for 20 years. I started very young and I was in love with the sport immediately. I remember the first time I held a ball and racket. I knew I wanted to dedicate my life to it. As the years went by, I became better at the sport, and all the people who I trained with began telling me that I wasn't strong enough to play the sport. They said I better give up and choose another sport to play. Even teachers said my playing would never be strong enough to do anything professional, and that playing tennis would only be a pastime for me. For a while, I believed every comment, and when I did that, my playing became worse and worse. But one day I just sat down and really thought about what I wanted, and I wanted to play tennis. So I started training harder and harder and let those insults slide out of my head. And I met new people to play with and learn from them. I became competitive and strong. Now I'm a professional tennis player and I have been in World Cups and national competitions. To everyone who is looking for motivation to grow and achieve their goal, if I did it, you can do it too.
As you can see, this is fake, okay? This is just our teammate Celine right here, so don't take it so seriously. And now I leave this to Celine.
So yes, as my teammate said, these are us just imaginary things, but as we go on, our next step to develop is to get actual people, actual experts to teach and learn on this platform so that people can communicate on their interests, as I was said before. And also, as you can see, there are comments and likes, so now that she'll show you. And as in this way, you can connect with people and ask them questions and learn from them.
Now let's see day one.
Hello, today I will show you the first thing you need to do if you want to play tennis. So, you need a tennis ball and floor and yourself. So, first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna bounce the ball and catch it back. You should do this until you're stable at doing it. So the ball mustn't go away or you should be able to catch it. So, you will continue doing this. Fast.
So yeah, this is just an example of day one. And now let's see the contact. Here in Contact, you will be able to write what you want so that we can receive it and communicate with you. The only thing you need to do is just write your name, surname, your email, and the message you want to send to us. And with a simple click, we will receive it.
Okay, now let's go to search and go to architecture. And in architecture, we will have an introduction of, as we said before, a fake, our classmate, our teammate person made it. And it's in Spanish. So this will be an example of 2 languages. The videos that you will make and later upload, if you're an expert, can be in any languages you want. What makes it totally international. So, enjoy.
Hola, soy una arquitecta, pero me costó mucho llegar a este punto. Mi pasado fue un poco triste, ya que mi familia me dijo que nunca lo iba a conseguir. Mis familiares son todos cocineros y quisieron que yo también fuese como ellos. Me llevó mucho tiempo para conseguir mi objetivo, ya que era difícil conseguir algo sin el apoyo de tus familiares. Recuerdo cuando era pequeña y dibujaba casas. Mis padres, si me pillaban, me rompían el papel. Por eso siempre lo tuve que hacer a escondidas. En medio de las clases siempre dibujaba y la profe, si me pillaba, me reñía, aunque yo pasaba de ella y seguía dibujando. Me apunté a escondidas a una extraescolar de dibujo fuera del colegio. Volvía muy tarde a casa y mis padres, cuando me preguntaban dónde había estado y por qué llegaba tan tarde, yo les decía que estaba estudiando en casa de una amiga. Ahora, ella ha cumplido mi sueño y soy una arquitecta muy conocida. Por eso hay que luchar por los sueños aunque tus familiares no te apoyen. Hola, soy una...
Bueno, para poner en contexto, ahora voy a hacer un resumen. Bueno, pues es de una chica que, bueno, ahora es una arquitecta bastante conocida, pero tuvo un pasado bastante triste, ya que sus padres son cocineros y no apoyaba su camino de arquitecta. Pero al final luchó por sus sueños y lo consiguió.
Todo lo que ella aprendió fue a escondidas de sus padres, ya que ellos eran cocineros, como ha dicho Keshin, y pues no querían que ella fuese arquitecta y ella no tenía miedo a decepcionarlos. Esta historia nos la hemos inventado nosotras, de manera que es falsa.
Now we're going to see day 1.
Hola, hoy os voy a enseñar a hacer líneas, cuadrados, triángulos. Voy a empezar haciendo una línea vertical con los utensilios de una regla y un boli. Ahora voy a hacer otra línea.
Well, we are not gonna watch the whole video because it's quite long. And by the way, there is also another way to find architecture or any topics you wanna know, which is the search bar here you can see. And you just type in what you wanna know. So for example, tennis, the one we did before. And you just click and it will pop out. So yeah. And I leave this again to Abril.
So today our main language is English, but as you can see we have some videos in Spanish. The videos can be arranged to the language you feel more comfortable with.
So, as I said before, this is just the examples we have given, but as we develop our project, we want actual people, actual experts to teach on this website and make learning an experience of enjoyment and growth.
To conclude, this is our website, which is created basically so that people can self-study and communicate with others. We believe that learning is all about enjoyment and effort. So let's fight for our dreams.
Thank you so much. Mark, do you recognize like to be connected with your passion and then share it with the world in order to connect other people? Hey. So now we have the next group, what is going to tell us the importance of open mind. So big applause for them. ¿Quién va a ¿Empecéis con el Kahoot? ¿Quién explica el Kahoot? They are going to start with an activity that all of you need your mobile phone, if you have on it, with you.
hold this. Oh wow, I have to log in.
¿Va a tener que entrar todo el mundo al móvil?
No creo.
Vete al Kahoot de mierda.
Hazlo. Wow, tío. ¿Qué pasaría si me tiraran un
Okay.
pedo?
Do you know Kahoot?
¿Y si me tiran un pedo al revés?
Great. Which one? It's going to appear, so I think it's better, no? Remember, this is going to be streamed, so yeah, put your names, please. Go. Yeah, don't worry, speak.
Okay, hello everyone, and our group is open-minded. My name is Andrew Verben, and we're going to do a Kahoot at the very start. It's a social experiment, so everyone that has a phone, please connect to this, so we're going to be able to see. We'll give you about a minute to do this.
You can put a nickname, eh?
We have 33 people.
Yeah, perfect. So we will start right now. Press start, yeah, press start. 1, go. Okay, so there are no right or wrong answers, so just answer how you think it's the correct, appropriate answer. Are you comfortable to speak with strangers? There's 3 types of answers here. Okay, yeah, that's it. Okay, so we have 22 for yes, 12 no, and 15 more or less. There's no right or wrong answers again. It's just to see how people are doing it with talking with strangers. So, how many times you spoke to strangers? And we have 4 different answers. Okay, yeah, so there you go. So, have you learned something from a stranger that helps you nowadays? Okay, yeah, perfect. So, did you teach a stranger something? To the reverse question to the other. So, well, more people answer yes than no. Let's go. So, next one. What? Difference. Wow, so the more or less one. And the last question that we have for our social experiment is, are humans social? What is your opinion on that? What? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so perfect. Thank you. It's just a social experiment to see how do you think you are open-minded compared to everyone. So I'll pass you to our group to start the presentation.
Sorry. Wait. Segunda.
¿Qué es esto? Ah.
¿Dónde se le da?
Aquí para avanzar y aquí para ir para atrás.
Vale.
Pero tienes que abrirla primero. Eso es. Hazla, ponla en modo presentación.
Sí, yo. Nada, que yo me quedo aquí.
No, perdón. Acuérdate simplemente por temas logísticos es más fácil si hablas desde aquí, por favor.
Es que aquí no veo.
Da igual. Habla desde aquí.
Vale, venga. Ah. Yo hasta que dos. Que no, que lo paso yo. Que eso. Hello. Today we're going to explain you the benefits of being open-minded in terms of relationships. So here we have a phrase that tells those who can change their mind. Those who can change their minds can change anything. So here we have an index of all the topics that we are going to explain you.
First of all, congratulations to Bruna that won the Kahoot, and to that 17 people that never spoke to a stranger. So, we did this presentation about being open-minded because, well, we humans are social creatures and we require speaking to other people. And being open-minded is a real important quality for us, especially for learning, acquiring knowledge, skills, and more things. So our challenge for this, let's say, presentation or project is so people do not be afraid of speaking to other people and making people to share their ideas and skills to other people so they can be open-minded.
So, as you know, I am David Serra, and this is one of my parts. So, for what are we doing, what we're doing, my part. So, basically, what we want to do is try and make people think other ways, and making their coefficient higher, which means IQ, most of you all know. We can welcome new people from other countries, wherever they are, wherever they live, whatever. And the second part, which I can't talk, I'm sorry, we have it's like humanity has been living for like millions and millions of years, right? Everybody can agree on this, okay? And basically, this is like a cycle. So like someone had to show Albert Einstein how to learn, right? Yes, okay. And that's how humanity has evolved. Thank you.
How is our idea? Preferably, this is helping for people that are ashamed of speaking with people with which they don't feel confident, and that really makes their growing.
Okay, so one of the most relevant examples of how being open-minded help to people, it's Johnny Depp. He had a friend called Nicolas Cage. He was a musician and an actor, and he not only helped him to promote himself in the world of cinematography, but also to acquire knowledge and, let's say, tricks of music and acting. So Johnny Depp became, let's say, famous not only by his own knowledge, but also because he acquired it from other people.
What's our idea? Our general idea is to convince and make comprehend to people that we will evolve a lot in terms of receiving new information and communicating more in the relationships. And the best way of doing this is by other people. So these are all the ideas that we had in our group, and we've chosen the last 3 ones, and now we are going to explain them. So the first one basically tells that we have to be more open-minded in terms of accepting cultures, ethnies, religions, all of that, because that's the way of being of the people, and that would it will be ideal if we did that, because that will help to be more open-minded, and that will help us in terms of relations. So, bueno, la segunda se centra básicamente en que mejoremos nuestra autoestima, porque muchas veces no nos atrevemos a presentarnos ante un nuevo grupo de personas al que queremos entrar porque tenemos la autoestima baja. Y entonces lo que hace eso es que tengamos ya la predisposición de pensar que no vamos a poder entrar en ese grupo, que no nos van a aceptar, y entonces nos hace, es mucho más difícil entonces entrar en un grupo social si tú ya mismo te estás negando la entrada. Y la tercera y última idea, lo que dice es que nos tenemos que respetar un poco más, porque a veces, aunque sea inconscientemente, sí que podemos llegar a faltar el respeto o a decir cosas que a alguien no le guste, y eso pues como que si mejoráramos, si tuviéramos más cuidado con lo que decimos, pues podría ayudar bastante. How can we perform our ideas? So the 3 ideas that we've chosen need a way of doing them. So the first idea is it could be performed if we promote the idea of accepting cultures and all of that, and we could do that since we've been using social media. So we could promote our ideas by social media. Well, the second idea, especially the one of improving our self-esteem, could be performed if we need help to have more self-esteem. We could speak with someone of lo voy a explicar en español porque no se me ocurre ahora en inglés.
Perfecto.
Si tenemos algún problema con mezclarnos con gente nueva, es mejor primero hablar con gente de nuestro grupo social que ya conocemos, para que así nos puedan ayudar a introducirnos a nuevos grupos sociales. Y la tercera y última idea, se podría mejorar el respeto que tenemos hacia los demás si tuviéramos un ambiente sano. Esto del ambiente sano, con lo que me refiero, es que los humanos normalmente reproducimos lo que oímos, vemos o escuchamos. Entonces, si vivimos en un ambiente sano que nos instruya sobre el respeto y la importancia de respetar a los demás y de respetar sus creencias, entonces nosotros reproduciríamos eso que nos están enseñando, y así sería en cadena con las otras personas también.
Okay, so what do we need to make our idea a reality? So first of all, social media is a very used, I'm pretty sure everyone in this room uses it. Also, we need to have confidence, obviously, so if you don't have confidence, how are you supposed to be open-minded and talk with the different people? Use apps or social network browsers to use it, to contact with other people, which we'll explain a bit later with our group. Also participate in social gatherings, so you can expand your knowledge of different people and your also knowledge from different people, so it's very helpful for each other. And attend meetings, presentations, and expositions to expand your knowledge, which is a very big thing in being open-minded these days.
So, how my mate already said, David, all the process of learning of other humanity was a cycle. And we only need to still go on with him, but making it a bit more clever. So, I made this circle. It's called Learn, Grow, and Teach. Basically, we teach people, they learn, they accept or understand the information, learn skills, knowledge, or other things, and then teach them to other people, and that's how was the whole humanity. As David already said, the same was with Albert Einstein. Someone teach him, and then he teach other people. So, for making this sketch in reality, we present you the app Meetup. Calmaos.
Problemas técnicos, gente.
Ah, que ha ganado la Kaylin. Ah, bueno, está bien, ¿no?
Ah, sí.
Ha ganado la Kaylin.
Bro, qué bien escribes.
Calma.
Primero que se escribe todo junto, tío.
The MIDI pack.
Los MIDI pack.
Unbelievable.
Insane MIDI pack.
You want a beautiful melody? I got you.
Stop me now if I'm talking too much. 'Cause I get so excited about the things I love.
So if we add to our sketch the app of Meetup, we can first of all learn from people that we know from that app that we can choose based on our hobbies or what we're interested in to feel a bit more confident because we have things in common. But obviously people are not equal, so we will have differences. With that we will be open-minded and learn things from them. We will grow, we will understand that information, we will accept it, we will learn something, or at least I expect that. And we will teach what we learned, what we've already got to other people in Meetup. So help other people to learn and learn yourself in Meetup. Well, any big dream starts with a small step, and we started downloading Meetup, and we want also to do it. So please, if you can, just download it and give it a try. Thank you very much.
Micrófono. ¿Me veis? Thank you. How important can be nowadays to be open-minded? How many people are going to be forced to move from one place to another? And if they find someone open-minded that want to listen to them and really connect to them, I think things will be really, really different. So our next project is related with Fear for Success. El mando quién lo cogía. Es el canvas. ¿Hacías tú la introducción?
Fear for mistakes. Introduction. Welcome everybody to this presentation, name it Fair for Mistakes. We want to explain the importance of not being afraid of making mistakes. We have chosen this topic because we think that it's important to make people aware that making mistakes is normal and it's okay. All living beings make mistakes, and we need to be prepared for this type of situations. Now Xavi will explain the challenge.
Okay, so a common thing that us humans all commit are mistakes. They're just a part of our daily lives. But nothing should stop you from getting back up and achieving the best. Making mistakes are essential as they are the process of achieving success. So, our aim. So, the first one is, don't stop pursuing what you want to do. Second, don't be shy or scared to talk or make mistakes. And the third, make people understand that mistakes are normal.
Mistakes force us to explore alternatives. They require us to re-examine an issue and think creatively to find or develop other solutions or approaches. Mistakes teach us what doesn't work and encourages us to create new ways of thinking and doing.
How will the project help? Mainly, our project will help to help people who are afraid of making mistakes. In the world, there are millions of people that who don't take a step forward because this fair. Because it's fair. People who fear making mistakes do not decide, do not advance or grow.
So, what will it be used for? Now, this project will be used mainly for those who, of course, they need more understanding about working with other people, and of course, those who are scared to take a step forward. Okay. Okay, so what does it take to make it happen? In order to achieve our aim, which is to make people understand that mistakes help us, we need to convince them that this is the case. And we need to encourage them to persevere and never give up to the fear of making mistakes. We will give them examples of extremely famous people and their journeys to success. You'll also see a video on this later on. They will also understand how many mistakes they have committed along the way. Some people that you will see through the video could be Elon Musk, Barack Obama, Mark Zuckerberg, and more.
Hello, I am Jordan. I'm very glad to be here presenting this to you today. And I would like to begin saying that humans, every single children, is powerful. We have the capability of imagining anything and bringing it to life. When you're 3 years old, before you go to school, you have a very open mind and imagination. You can think of anything. But when you're 13 years old, or even older, maybe you have some different concepts, but you don't share them that much. That's because of fear. The fear for making mistakes. The fear for being criticized. And many people, they just save it for themselves because of being criticized. So this is an evolution. Here we have two sides that we want to show. This is how we keep our feelings. It represents our thoughts that are kept into us. And here, we can see some wet words, very toxic words that people say to each other, which is what makes you want to hide your thoughts. So you say a thought, you share it, and somebody criticizes you. You won't say it anymore. But here, we have a bright side. And throughout this week, I've been sharing time with Miguel, and I proposed an idea. which for me, it was a very crazy idea. But what he said, it's correct. You only need to know how to apply it to this case. From that moment, I began to develop more ideas, crazier and crazier. I felt free to say anything that could, help a little bit in this project. Because we're powerful. We can share anything. We don't have to be fearful of being criticized, which is the problem that we'll propose today, and the solution for it, which we will show later on into a video. Thank you. The video.
Pon el vídeo.
Aguanta.
¿Cuánto dura? Podemos saltar, es que vamos mal de tiempo. ¿Es muy importante? Sí. Ponemos.
¿Vas tú? Sí, sí, sí. Pero primero se tiene que explicar el vídeo. No, 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 ya. Primero se hace el vídeo.
No, un momento. Okay, so here's a video which I believe is about motivation. We decided to post this on TikTok so everybody is free to feel that motivation that we feel. We would like to share what many people have gone through. Many successful people have gone through mistakes as well. And I believe this should be shown to everyone here.
So in this video that we made, it will appear quotes that help people to move forward in their lives by taking huge risks. And these are made by very famous people. And at the last minute of this video, it will appear us representing our huge presentation and video. And remember, your biggest success comes with your biggest mistake.
It doesn't matter how far you might rise. At some point, you are bound to stumble, because if you are constantly pushing yourself higher, higher, the law of averages, not to mention the myth of Icarus, predicts that you will at some point fall. And when you do, I want you to know this, remember this, there is no such thing as failure. Failure is just life trying to move us in another direction. Here's the key. Learn from every mistake, because every experience, encounter, and particularly your mistakes are there to teach you and force you into being more of who you are.
Show me something that has grown into something beautiful that didn't have no dirt on it. You take a seed and throw it on the concrete. Don't put no dirt on it and watch what happens. See, you get tripped out because you got dirt on you, but you need dirt on you to develop.
They have those moments. You take those moments, you make the best of them because they're life lessons. It's that simple.
Failure is a massive part of being able to be successful. You have to get comfortable with failure. You have to actually seek failure. Failure is where all of the lessons are. Successful people fail a lot. They fail a whole lot more than they succeed, but they extract the lessons from the failure and they use that the energy and they use the wisdom to come around to the next phase of success.
Achieve success without failure. Some of my biggest successes come from some of my biggest failures. The only way forward is to decide that you want that dream so bad that you are going to work harder, you're going to get up earlier, you're going to stay later, you're going to push past the people who doubted you and laughed at you and hated on you. It doesn't come easy. You're going to have to go out there and get it. Nobody's going to give you nothing. There's no rescue team coming, no National Guard, no aid coming, nothing. You're going to have to go out there and get it. I want you to remember the power of you. You have that power, trust me. At night, I'll be flying. I believe I can fly.
There's no losing, only learning. There's no failure, only opportunities. There's no problems, only solutions.
So to me, what failure is the mother of all success. If it wasn't for Michael Jordan getting cut from his 9th grade basketball team, he wouldn't have became Michael Jordan. You know, if it wasn't for Oprah Winfrey and how she got fired because she wasn't good for television, all they can do is learn and come back bigger, better, stronger. Because all it's going to do is lead you in the right direction.
The greatest successes come from having the freedom to fail.
Failure is part of the process to achieve success.
If you call failure a full stop, then you're dead. If you look at failure as a comma, you're fine.
If you try hard and it doesn't work out, that's okay. You can learn from that and do another company and target.
No such thing as failure. Failure is an idea.
If you punish people too much for failure, then they will respond accordingly, and the innovation you'll get will be very incrementalist. Nobody's going to try anything bold for fear of getting fired or being, punished in some way.
Things go wrong when you're starting a company, and often I think people ask, what mistakes should you avoid making? And my answer to that question is don't even bother trying to avoid mistakes, because you're going to make tons of mistakes, right? And the important thing is actually learning quickly from whatever mistakes you make and not giving up.
Failure has made me who I am today. Failure gives you two choices. You stay down or you get up. Well, I'm up and I am fired up because I have figured it out.
So after this video that we watch right now, I want you to know what did we learn today about mistakes.
Hey, tell me! I mean, technically, mistakes are the equivalent of failure, right?
You're not just that.
You dummy!
What?
Well, Chubby, you're partly correct. A mistake can lead to a failure, but that doesn't stop you from trying it again. And for the ones that are there, that laughed before, that is respectful for the class and also for Xavi. So don't do it again, please. Nothing stops you
From making mistakes.
Ya, pronto, vamos. A ver. So we decided to do a TikTok because in our days, basically all the people use TikTok. Like, it's the most social media used, I think. Like, between 1 billion and 1.5 billion use TikTok. And in this video, what we want to show is that failure or do a mistake, it's not a bad thing, because you can achieve a lot of things with that mistake, as we can see in the video. Also, we try to use famous people in this video, because also in our days, it seems that we trust a lot in famous people because they gave us, and we saw them like every day, and yeah, we trust them, so that we also show them, and yeah, that's basically it, and yeah.
So, in conclusion, we've seen that mistakes are normal and that they are part of our daily lives, a part of our living process, or learning process, sorry. In order to achieve success, we need to get up and do one thing. No matter what it is, just get up and do it. You have to have confidence and self-belief in yourself that you can get up and do that one thing. Now, when we eventually have the courage to do so, then we need to understand the rules and restrictions around it. So remember, if you want to achieve it, mistakes are your guidelines. You need to know that mistakes are fine. If anyone puts you down under pressure, under anything for the circumstance, it's because of your failures, you need to have, of course, self-confidence and belief in yourself that you can get up and do it again. And one more thing, around the word of belief, you need to believe that that success is closer than you think. Thank you.
hemos terminado. Es que vamos muy tarde. Vamos muy tarde. Venga, pues.
Okay, so another solution that, okay, we as people, they proposed us, well, in SEG, that we could apply 3 rules that could be implemented into the SEG education. So, as seen in the video, the first one was to put a video, to motivate the class at the beginning. Well, I think we should put a video to motivate everyone in the class, to incite them to try learn, doing new things, studying, working, and, you know, just having a goal first to achieve. And then to incite them to never give up and to be risk takers, because that's the way you can achieve your goal. So it's about being considered to every single people. And one last thing for everybody, a message, is that you're free to make 1,000,000 mistakes, but just don't waste your energy making the same mistakes. And now that I said this, I thank you very much. This is the end of our presentation.
Por allí, por allí. Okay, we are a little bit late, but I think we need like to just stand up, everybody, because we need like to refresh our mind. So please, everybody stand up. And we are going to move like a little bit like this. Okay, we are going to stretch a little bit. Perhaps someone wants to dance a little bit. Okay, yeah, woo! And now I think we are prepared in order to listen the next project. So we can sit down. This is a way to co-create the silence. Instead of asking for the silence, we are going to just to co-create it. So thank you so much. Our next project is related with emotions. And I told you, this week for me, I have been experimenting emotion, and I'm sure with this solution I will manage it better. So big applause for them. Don't be shy. ¿Quién lleva la presentación? ¿Quién el mando? Great.
Hola a todo el mundo, todos y a todas. Estamos aquí para marcar diferencia en el mundo. Encantados. Somos Troy, Chaoji, Nastia, Sofía y Solán. Y vamos a hablar sobre las emociones.
Salva.
Ahora.
Las cosas del directo.
Micro.
It's sure that if we are going to speak about emotion, we need to create emotion. This is just prepared. Do you think that is by chance? No. They prepare this in order to be more connected with their emotion, fear, anger, nervous. But for sure now they are going to be relaxed. You are going to breathe and then to share with the world what you have to share with us.
Bueno, estamos esperando porque se ve que no encontramos la presentación, pero a ver.
Problema técnico.
Skip that one. Yes. Bueno, como ya ha dicho Troy, vamos a ir a hablar sobre las emociones. Vale, so You're probably wondering, why should we even do this presentation about emotions? I mean, they aren't even that much of a big of a deal. But that's where you're wrong. There's a lot more to emotions than you think. In fact, I know many people that have problems expressing their emotions and sharing their feelings. Whether it is because of lack of trust or confidence, or they just don't want to pass on the burden to someone else. But what many people don't understand is that it's worse to keep it in, and like you should let it out. And in fact, if there have been many cases when people haven't expressed their feelings and they haven't let it out, and this has then led to anxiety, depression, anger problems, as well as other cases.
So, we have decided to put an end to this, or at least try and help. To do this, we have come up with an idea of creating a box called the Unsent, where you will be able to freely express your feelings on a piece of paper and placing it into this box. And over time, this box will be filled by many of the papers, and we will be burning it. Now, this isn't anything dangerous. It is just a way of relief to see all those bad feelings disappearing into smoke and nothingness.
To come to this idea, originally we had another idea to weekly write down your emotions on paper and then read them out loud in class so that people will understand that it's okay to feel negative emotions and that everybody does that. It's completely normal. But then we decided that it wouldn't be really ethical to read out someone's problems or someone's secrets. So we remembered that website where you can write a letter to a person anonymously, and we just changed the idea to what Solon has already explained.
So our aim our design, our product, our aim will be to show society that it's okay to express your feelings, that you shouldn't keep them locked in. Well, yeah.
Our work consists of showing that Our work consists of being able to express your emotions normally and do not keep them all locked up inside of yourself, as it's unhealthy.
Who does this help? Our creation will help those people who have a hard time expressing their emotions, feelings, and thoughts, etc. Either whether it is because they are too shy to say so, or they are scared that their thoughts will be revealed, or that they don't trust people. And this will not only make them feel better, but also hopefully make them release those bad feelings and emotions.
As already explained, the use of this box is just going to be like people are going to write on a paper, write or draw a card, a drawing, a letter, whatever they're most comfortable with expressing themselves. They're going to like express their problems, and then they're going to put this paper into that box, and like they don't have this problem already. They just like get rid of it. Yeah, this is the Unsent box. And like this, you won't have to keep all of your thoughts, all of your problems, or your secrets inside of yourself, and you will be able to express them.
No, it's me. What do we need to finalize our project? In order to reach our final goal, we will need to earn the trust of people. For the trust of people to be able to place their written or drawn feelings inside this box, and without them having the feeling of fear that someone might read what's inside. And also another thing that we will need is confidence. The confidence for people to be able to express their feelings, because confidence is a key word.
So if we do get to do our product, the way we would expand it, we would first start sharing it with a group of friends, and then carry on to show it to a class, to a year, and then to the whole year, and so on. And until we are able to share it with as many people as we want.
Muchas gracias por por escucharnos, y espero que os haya cambiado el pensamiento Y voy a decir una frase que es agree with all. En significado de español es de acuerdo con todos. Y no os olvidéis de expresar vuestras emociones. Muchas gracias.
We haven't finished yet, and now we have a video of an example of how our unsent box will work. Let's hope we find this video.
Thank you so much. Now we are moving for the next project, that is experiences new things. ¿Quién maneja la presentación?
Sí. Hola, buenos días. Hoy vamos a presentar nuestra idea, experiencia de las nuevas cosas.
The time I experienced a new thing was when I changed country. I was involved in a new culture and saw a different way of doing things. I met new people and became more open-minded. It was then easier to learn new things. The time I experienced
¿En qué consiste nuestra idea? Nuestra idea consiste en experimentar nuevas cosas, conocer gente distinta con distintos gustos, experimentar nuevos juegos, nuevos deportes, nuevos trabajos y sobre todo nuevas experiencias.
¿A quién va a ayudar? Va a ayudar a la gente en general, pero en concreto 3 tipos de personas. La gente que no se socialice bien y que tenga algún problema a la hora de hacer amigos o cualquier cosa así. La gente que intenta como hacer amigos pero que tengan distintos gustos. Y por último, la gente que quiere probar cosas nuevas.
Para llevarlo a cabo se necesita gente con la intención de hacer amigos nuevos, bueno, conocer a gente nueva y también probar cosas nuevas.
Nuestra idea ha sido tener una caja y unos papeles donde pondrás tu nombre, tu curso y tu email. Así, cuando acabe la semana, al fin de cada semana, vamos a juntar los papeles por parejas y cada uno tendrá una persona con hablar.
Gracias por vuestra atención. Esperamos que os haya gustado nuestra idea.
Genial. Thank you. It's easy to say to do new things, and they have done new things during the week. And I think this is the perfect space to try new things. This school is so big, and at the same time with so many people different, that I think it's the perfect way to connect. I have said a lot of times thank you to Nieves, to Mark, but I didn't say thank you to Roberto and Xavi, who allow to do this in this school, knowing that we have changed your routine for 1 week, whole week. So thank you so much, and a big applause. And also for Carmen. Carmen is the coordinator, and we know that is the worst position because everyone tells you what to do, and finally is the one who did. So thank you so much. And now, yes, we have only 2 more projects, so this one is moving on from something that hurt you. Big applause. ¿Quién maneja la presentación? Go for it. They have chosen one of the subjects plus difficile. Maintenant, je vais parler français. Ici, vous allez me comprendre? Non, allez. In English, sorry, I'm a little bit tired, no? So, they choose something that is really difficult. Because normally, when something hurts us, we tend to what? To avoid it. And then, they are telling us that even if it hurts, you can move on. So, thank you so much.
Hi, we're Noah, Caitlin, Alex, Jordi, Pablo, and Roger, and today we'll be talking about how to move on when something has hurt you. So in the beginning, we all had to choose something that would help us grow, not physically, but mentally. And we chose moving on. Once we've done that, we needed to choose solutions to solve this problem. And today we have many ideas, and we'll only be focusing on 2, which is instead of distancing yourself, to do the things that you love and to be with the people that you love.
Okay, so what do we think about moving on from things that hurt you? We put a few examples here, so like being insecure, that would bring down your self-esteem. Toxic relationships, they can be one-sided or both-sided. Childhood trauma, having your parents arguing all the time, and being excluded and left out. So people get hurt all the time. It's something you can't really avoid. That's just how life works. And what matters is how you deal with the bad things that happen and that come with the hurt. That could be distancing yourself or replaying what hurt you over and over again in your head. Basically just spending endless days and nights thinking about it. These are all common responses after being hurt, completely understandable, completely important, but after a certain amount of time, these are the things that you should not be doing. You can't wallow in your own self-pity forever, because otherwise, if you stay in this past, you will be in despair for the rest of your life. You can't change the past, so learn from it. These are problems people face worldwide, and yet they never really talk about these things in school, so we think we've got a solution for ourselves.
So these are all the ideas for solutions that we had.
What is this idea about? All the ideas on the previous slide were suggestions for moving on. Our suggestions were all about helping people overcome things that have hurt them. This could be about anyone, a loved one, a family member, a friend, and more. We have discussed many ways a person can move on, but in the end, a lot of suggestions.
Our truth and ideas. So our first truth and idea is distract yourself. So it's a way for people who have been hurt to focus on something else, allowing them to forget about what's hurting them and to carry on. It's the best way to move on from something or someone that is hurting them. Our second idea, don't shut people out. If you shut yourself out of people's lives, you won't recover and what is hurting you won't go away because you need to confide in people because talking to people will help. Because confiding yourself and not talking to anyone can leave you in depression and it won't help you recover from what's been hurting you. And then if you talk with people, socialize more, then what's hurting you will go away, you will recover faster and be happier.
How will it help? This will help people who have been hurt and don't know how to move on and after time, to stop being so sad whatever has hurt them. This is a long and painful process and will be super difficult depending on how badly they have been hurt. But we feel this is the best solution because slowly, after time, this process should help them heal.
Well, how is it going to be helpful? First, we need to know that the person needs to open and communicate. And there's a problem that many people do not like talking about their problems because it's like something private. And if someone is hurt someone, they just need to talk to a person that they trust to, and so that they can confide and move on.
Well, so this is our prototype that reflects this is where a kid is being kicked out of a group of friends. And here is the kid doing something to avoid that group, something that distracts him from these problems.
Okay, so we have a video, if you could start setting that up. We have a video that we made. It's fake, it's not really, it's a real situation, but the way that we did it, it's not actually something that's actually happened.
It's a really cool movie. So my sister, it's her birthday and our parents are out for the weekend looking for a new house for us. But my sister doesn't have enough friends, so I got to invite my friends over for a sleepover. And we were planning on playing it all night too, because there's so fun. And one of my friends started to fall asleep, and then black goo started coming out of our nose. It was really. What is it? Oh my god. What?
Seems there's some problem with the video.
Okay, just stop that.
Okay, I think we will see later the video. Okay? Do you have something more to say us?
No, thank you. Thank you for being here and listening to us, and this is the end of our presentation.
Yeah, for sure. We will have all the videos and material available so we can see it properly. Now we have our next or last group that invite us to know ourselves. So big applause for them. ¿Quién maneja la presentación? ¿Quién maneja la presentación? Es verdad.
Hola, somos Hey You y somos las creadoras de este proyecto.
Bueno, durante estos días hemos estado realizando diferentes actividades sobre cómo crecer personalmente y hemos analizado muchos temas, pero nosotras como grupo hemos decidido cómo conocernos a nosotros mismos, porque creemos que es muy importante. Este tema trata, pues, como bien dice el título, de cómo conocernos a nosotros mismos, como por ejemplo, aprendiendo de nuestros errores, porque así sabemos qué hemos hecho bien y qué hemos hecho mal para poder mejorar para la próxima vez. ¿En qué consiste la idea? Pues la idea consiste o pretende comenzar el camino de autoconocerse, y para autoconocerse debemos de dirigir toda la atención hacia nosotros mismos y que el hecho de ser nosotros mismos no nos debilite. Y cuando una persona se conoce a sí misma, pues empieza como a notar los cambios de nuestra vida y le da como el valor, o bueno, le da la oportunidad de saber o aprender a gestionar los problemas y las emociones con más facilidad.
Nosotras hemos tenido que pensar cómo hacer para que la gente quiera conocerse a uno mismo y de una manera divertida, innovadora y didáctica. Para cumplir este objetivo hemos creado una web y un diario digital.
Nosotras hemos pensado que puede ayudar a la gente que necesita algo de confort y tiempo para reflexionar. Aunque suene raro, puedes tomarte un tiempo para hablar contigo mismo sobre ti mismo y reflexionar sobre qué es lo que haces o lo que piensas sobre ti. También puede servir a la gente que no tiene un rumbo claro en la vida, entonces si te logras conocer a ti mismo bien y claramente, sabrás qué rumbo correcto tomar y cómo manejar tu vida.
¿Para qué va a servir? Va a servir para conocernos a nosotros mismos y saber lo que queremos en la vida. También nos permite gestionar mejor nuestras emociones en los momentos más difíciles.
Para conocernos a nosotros mismos debemos aprender en cómo reaccionamos en diferentes situaciones, sobre todo en las de tensión, ya que nos hacen pensar rápido. Al reflexionar de esta manera aprendemos cómo reaccionamos y así conoceremos más sobre nosotros mismos.
También aprendes de ti mismo en situaciones sin presión, que te permiten escoger más sabia y detenidamente. Nosotras no podemos hacer que estas ocasiones aparezcan, porque esto pasa a lo largo de la vida y nadie lo puede controlar. Es parte del vivir, pero tenemos otras alternativas para que te vayas conociendo poco a poco.
Para que se nos ocurrieran estas otras alternativas, pensamos en ideas más disparatadas. Las escribimos en post-its y nos centramos en 3 especialmente, que fueron darte tiempo, reflexionar sobre lo que has hecho y hablar contigo mismo, escucharte.
Algunos estudios de religiones corrientes filosóficas y libros de autoayuda suelen afirmar que el ser humano debe conocerse a sí mismo, explorar su interior y pensamientos. Mucha gente emprende viajes iniciáticos para obtener este mismo fin. El autoconocimiento y la mirada interior, enfrentarse a los monstruos interiores, tanto reales como figuradas, pero lo que sabemos es que es muy difícil porque estamos rodeadas de cultura y mitos fundamentados en nuestras propias vidas y las de los demás. Por ello, el conocimiento de nosotros mismos es tan complicado, ya que tendemos a mentirnos y a acomodar este concepto según cómo nos vemos en diferentes etapas de nuestras vidas o cómo nos comportamos según lo que sucede en nuestras vidas. Creo que no terminamos nunca de llegar a conocernos a nosotros, así como es tan complicado poder llegar a conocer a las demás personas.
Como proyecto final hemos decidido hacer un diario digital en el que todos los alumnos del SEC puedan acceder. En este diario todos podrán escribir sus preguntas o cosas que les molesten y los demás estudiantes podrán responder de manera anónima para que todo el mundo se sienta cómodo al escribir sobre sus preocupaciones.
Nos gustaría que este diario nos ayudase a todos a canalizar situaciones y aprender de ellas a partir de la reflexión, tomándonos tiempo a nosotros mismos y a los puntos de vista de los demás. Nosotras creemos que esta herramienta que hemos creado es un instrumento de aprendizaje que nos hará crecer mentalmente.
Hemos buscado diferentes historias que nos ayudan a reflexionar sobre la importancia de conocernos.
La primera historia trata sobre un niño de la India que se muda y poco a poco va conociendo a un niño que curiosamente se parece mucho a él. Viene del mismo sitio, el mismo pueblo y les gustan las mismas cosas. Al final resulta que es la misma persona y entonces te explica que por qué es importante conocerte a ti mismo y estar contento contigo mismo.
Tenemos otra historia que trata sobre un maestro y un estudiante que el estudiante va oyendo los sonidos de los animales y como que se pone triste porque no puede entenderlos. Y al final el maestro le pregunta le dice que es mejor conocerse a uno mismo, porque es más importante conocerse a uno mismo y para que después puedas conocer a los demás.
Tenemos una tercera historia que esta sí que vamos a poner el vídeo. Por favor.
En ocasiones hay que darse tiempo para dejar que nuestra alma drene todas las emociones que tiene contenidas. Es difícil explicar lo que es tener 1000 sensaciones encapsuladas. Muchas lágrimas que deben salir porque queman dentro. Y son miedos, son fantasmas, son 1000 cosas. Hay que darse tiempo y llorar cuando toca, porque incluso las personas más optimistas y alegres tienen momentos crisis con los que tienen que vadearse.
Ella se levanta y poco a poco nota que su corazón está mejor. Sabía que una mañana sería así, que su alma se habría recompuesto, siendo consciente de que...
Lo paramos porque es muy largo.
También hemos buscado 4 frases inspiradoras que, las voy a leer, pero solo voy a leer una. Por ejemplo, esta, la mayor sabiduría que existe es conocerse a uno mismo.
Esperamos que la gente siga nuestros consejos de la web porque ya como hemos dicho antes, muchos estudios han demostrado que no nos conocemos bastante y eso es fundamental para tomar el camino correcto en la vida. También hemos puesto acciones fáciles que se pueden hacer fácilmente y que son divertidas y esperamos que os dediquéis tiempo y os escuchéis, porque cuando escuchas a tu interior nada puede ir mejor. Gracias.
Todavía tenemos una última cosa que decirnos, ¿verdad, Valeria?
En este vídeo hemos recogido todas las brillantes ideas de todos los compañeros.
El vídeo ya lo vemos. Si esto es lo que nos habéis comentado, está mucho más contado por vosotras, mucho mejor.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you so much. Well, we are out of time. I have to say, I'm really surprised of the flexibility of this school. We have asked you to change many times the things that we have tell you, and you have done it always with a smile. So thank you so much. And now, I'm going to ask Nieves, Kieran, and Mark, please, to come here and to close the event. Yeah, no, Kieran, they told me, yeah. Nieves. Happy.
I think you go first. Mark goes first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm always inspired when I come and see and hear students' voices. I met the group yesterday. I have to say, they've blown me away. In just 5 days, to take a story, to take something that they care about, and to come up with a workable solution. Thank you for the facilitation. Thank you for everybody. And really, the school is testimony for this spirit of ICANN. So thank you for that. Mark, empowered. I mean, if we've not seen that, we've seen this super example of that right here.
Everybody is empowered. I don't know, yes, it works. You put your fingers on the answers. Nobody had to tell you how to do these things. Those things that you identified are the right things because you chose them. So you have this power to figure it out, and you go to a wonderful school, and so please use that power every day you can to make the world better. And I love you all. Thank you.
¿Está Roberto por ahí también?
Sí.
Entonces,
Allí.
Come on. We've given you a little trouble, haven't we, this week? Yeah. Bueno.
Yeah, well, I'd just like to thank Kieran, Miguel, and Mark for the time they've spent with us today, making us not just students, okay, but very, very importantly, the teachers, to start thinking about different things and different ways, yeah? And yesterday when I spoke to a group of students, I said the following, yeah? I said, we need to work with you. What's important in the school, okay? And our objective is to listen to you and start to make some real changes so that you guys feel that, wow, every day when you wake up, this is where I want to go. This is what I want to do. Okay, so we genuinely mean it. We're going to make a bigger effort than we've done in the past. And we can't do that on our own. We can only do that with you because your ideas and what you need is what we need to look after. Okay, so thank you. Thank you, Neil.
And I have a closing word, or you can have the closing word. But here's what occurred to me yesterday. People were talking about that they wondered what they could get out of this school. As you grow up, you have pressures, you have problems, you have all these things. Here's what I hope you'll take away, because this is what I've taken away. I hope you will find the people in the school and around you that you can work the best with. People who share your ideas, who add new ideas to what you're thinking, to form, as Kieran said yesterday, find your tribe. These are the people who are my group. These are the people. I am so proud to be there. I am so glad to be there here with these people because they are the people who help me help you. Thank you.
a final thank you. Thank you to everyone, of course, to Kieran and to Mark for inspiring us so much, to Miguel for not just inspiring but also making us do things, to Roberto for allowing us to do this whole thing, to your whole team here in SEC Catalunya. Everyone I know has worked very hard for this to happen. But most importantly, thank you. Thank you because today I think we all saw and listened to such beautiful human beings, really. We listened to you attentively and we looked at you. And I know teachers who've been going through this whole process too during the week, who will work from this afternoon in all the takeaways, all your ideas, everything, to action them in the classroom with your help, are so blessed to be able to listen to you, to look at you into your eyes, because we've learned a lot. They'll be learning from you, we'll be learning together. This has been, I think, a phenomenal, a transformational experience for us all, just to learn the beauty and how much there is in you. As you were saying, it's not about pouring things, about what do we, well, we invited you, you accepted the invitation. It was terrific. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Niels. So just to finish off with, I'd really like to make a special thank you to some of the people who've really made this happen behind the scenes, because it hasn't been easy to do. Carmen, Xavi, Salva, Yolanda, Dima, everyone else here, okay, who made it happen. And finally, to say this so that you understand where we're going. This afternoon at 3 o'clock, when you go home, the teachers, the points that you put down, we've been making a list of them. The things that are important to you. And today, this afternoon, we start to work with the teachers about how can we create this? How can we create these spaces? What can we do? This is what the children are saying to us they need. Okay, so we're starting from today to try and take it one step further. So thank you for giving us something to work on. Okay, thank you.